Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. I want to make you aware of a little six-rounder, obscure six-rounder between two very, very tough ladies, OSHAE Jones and SONYA Dreiling. It's Dreiling or Dreiling? I'm not sure. I think it's Dreiling. Now, OSHAE Jones had fought Dreiling before in her debut and had outpointed her. And this rematch came in her sixth fight. This is OSHAE Jones. This is a very tough lady, 26 years of age, orthodox fighter from Ohio. Dreiling, also American. I think she's from Alabama, actually, which is where I used to live. I used to live in Alabama. I lived in Owens Crossroads and Huntsville, and over 4 years I was there. But Alabama is not a boxing hotbed. Well, I suppose you could say Ohio isn't, but I tell you what, you put these two girls together. This fight, this little six-rounder was immense. All right, you've got to go see it. It's on DAZN, and it was tucked away on. I'm in the UK. I think they showed it about midnight on Friday night, which would have been Friday night, which would have been Friday evening in the US. Like I say, Jones and Dreiling, I think they're both listed as being orthodox, but it didn't really matter because Dreiling is 33 years old. She came in with 6 wins, 4 defeats, stopped once, and she stopped 2 girls as well. No draws. 5'4", I think I read on BoxRec. OSHAE Jones, I think, was taller. She certainly looked taller by about 3 or 4 inches. But SONYA Dreiling, what a tough lady. Very, very rudimentary skills, to put it, and that's being kind. She hasn't really got many boxing skills at all, but she will come forward and roughhouse you, and, you know, she'll get on top of you and just fire salvos of huge hooks. I mean, this is white-collar stuff. I mean, it's some white-collar fighters aren't too bad, but this lady, as tough as she is, as game as she is, she could not match OSHAE Jones for skills. And for the first couple of rounds, it was pretty clear that Dreiling was getting beaten to the punch. She was, OSHAE Jones was firing punches first, having the last word. And then in the third round, for whatever reason, OSHAE Jones, probably because she'd said beforehand, I want the stoppage, she just threw the boxing skills out the window. And the third round, these girls just smashed each other up. I mean, go and have a look at it. OSHAE Jones couldn't miss Dreiling with any of these wild, huge punches. They were banging off Dreiling's head, body, forehead. She just kept coming forward. The referee could have stepped in and stopped it because Dreiling was soaking up everything. But she was, coming forward, swinging her own crude punches and landing some of them. Most of them were blocked. But the third round of this fight was priceless fun. It was like it was like a white-collar fight, where a real fight breaks out, not a boxing match, a fight. She went back to the corner, Dreiling, blood. I think her nose was busted, blood coming out of her nose and her mouth. Didn't care. At the end of that third round, she was like, she made a gesture towards Jones as if to say, I'll see you in 60 seconds. I've got more of this. And then in the fourth round, Jones, I think probably at the instructions of her corner, I think she had Bozienis was in the corner, I think, with her. He told her, go back to your boxing skills. I assume he did. He bloody well should have done. And Dreiling hasn't really got any boxing skills, so it was more of the same. But once Jones went back to the jab and, hanging hooks off the jab and so on and so forth, there was only going to be one winner. And she smashed her up in the fourth, beat her up in the fourth, outboxed her. It was box fighting. Dreiling couldn't really land a punch in the fourth round, didn't care. She was like, no worries, went back to the corner after the fourth. But she was getting breaks beaten off her, went back out for the fifth. The doctor had a look at her actually before the fifth started, and then the referee stepped in and stopped it. Not because of one attack, it was just the sheer amount of punishment she was soaking up. It was about a minute into the fifth round. So OSHAE Jones did get the stoppage that she wanted, and Dreiling was fuming at being stopped, absolutely, blood coming out of her nose. Didn't care. What are you stopping it for? There's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. There's only another 3 minutes to go, sixth round, rest of this round. I don't do this. Referee weren't having it. And sometimes you've got to save a brave fighter like that from herself. So yeah, go and have a look. It's good fun fight, good fun little 6 round. I thought I'd do a quick video about it because I want to make you aware of it. Go and have a look. You'll like it. Don't expect many, technicalities, but you'll have a good. It's like being ringside for a small hall fight when two guys are low level or one guy's low level, but is really game, and suddenly As far as O'Shea goes, O'Shea Jones goes. How far can she go? 26 years old, I think she is. She's got time on her side. There are some skills there, but she don't need to neglect them. Don't go neglecting them. Stick to your skills. You've got good skills. But she can be hit. She can be hit. So maybe a little bit of work on the defence, when to attack, what punches to throw at what times. I suppose we're talking ring IQ here. I'm not saying she hasn't got a reasonable ring IQ, but sometimes you get a bit greedy, want to go in and have a punch up, or you land 2 punches and you think, well, I'll go for a third. Sometimes it's best to sort of back off, reset, and then go again. I think that side of her game needs working on, but she's these, by the way, are super welterweights, and yeah, she's got a future. She's got a future. I like watching O'Shea Jones. Yeah. As for Sonya Dreiling, you have my respect, my dear. You are a tough lady, very, very tough lady. Good journeywoman, gatekeeper type. I think she drops. What was I saying? 6-5. I think she's 6 wins and is it 5 defeats now? I think so. So yeah, have a look at this fight. Tell me what you think. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you could subscribe, that'd be brilliant. And also hit the like button and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. You know it makes sense. See you later. Bye for now.